is the talk of the town. And our guest today is somebody from the NPP, Mr. Harshana Nanayakkara. The NPP, by the way, the JVP is part member of the NPP. And so this is what Harshana Nanayakkara had to say about a matter of great importance, which is increasing revenue to the state. Here goes. This is what he said.
Well, yeah. Increasing revenue, a bankrupt country, increasing revenue. Now, the whole idea is the government must have a plan. What is the plan should be? The plan is we've been having a massive trade deficit running about 8 billion a year simply because local production and services are less. We keep on importing stuff. We earn in rupees and spend in dollars by importing things. So therefore, on the long run or in the midterm, we must have plans how to uplift the local production of goods and services. Now, this is a long run. It has not been happening for a long time. It's a long one. But meanwhile, short term, we have to focus. I mean, our country is in a bad mess economically. So therefore, we will have to restructure some SOEs. Now, our party is not against restructuring SOEs. State-owned enterprises. That's what we call management restructuring, process restructuring, resource restructuring. All those things must go into restructuring, not just outright selling. Right now, it appears if this government is not working according to any economic plan. Why do I say that? Simply because Ranil Wickremesinghe a long time ago in the parliament said his target is to sell even if they are making profits in order to keep the primary balance into a desired level. So that's not exactly economic plan. However, on a policy basis, what I'm saying is let's take case by case basis of these SOEs who are making losses and how it can be turned around, whether with private participation or some of the other restructuring programs. What I am against, or what rather our party is against, is this blanket restructuring process of selling them outright. So to increase revenue, just selling out won't do. But the earlier thing what I told you have to be done. But in the short term, we have to find ways to attract more tourism because that's what we can do in the short midterm. Because on a good year, we could do about $4 billion worth of tourism here. But I don't think we are anywhere near those targets. Then talk to our local producers of tea or tourism or wherever and see what their immediate issues are and then address it. But right now, what we are doing is what exactly the IMF is telling us to do, right? Now, they will balance books. That's what they do, right? So they will continue to increase taxes. They will increase to cut expenditure on education and health. We can see it's happening already. So yes, the country needs revenue. And above all, the government must have a plan, a midterm, short-term and long-term plan, of which I don't see any of this government. All I see is they're borrowing more and selling more. At least with the IMF, if you can negotiate that at least some of these money that we are borrowing to be spent on creating production in this country. I know when you say producing, you can't just produce things overnight. It might take a year or two or even 6 months or more. We can't do it overnight. But for those who are saying Ranil seems to be doing this right, my answer is tell me within the last 1 year, which trade, which industry he focused on to increase production? None. Because ultimately this dollar crisis will be solved not by borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, which we are doing now, but by borrowing in order that we should be able to create local production going. So I think in a nutshell, I gave a very long answer for us.
Right. And that was the talk of the town for this morning. Thank you very much, Harshana Nanayakkara. It is now time to rejoin that wonderful duo, Dom and Asanka, on the Morning Fix. Thank you.